I feel the energy. We are almost 1/3 of the way through this mofo.
Yeah, well, almost a fourth for me. So I'm lagging behind, but it's spread out good. So I'll go to bed at like midnight, wake up at 2 a.m., sleep for 2 hours, wake up at 4 a.m. So it's going to be a good, interesting one.
It's exactly the dedication I've been waiting for from somebody in the Gooners podcast, and it's nice that you finally have lived up to your bill. No, I'm just kidding. You're amazing. I mean, so
unlike Andy, I showed up on time at least, so I've done something.
Exactly. So the next hour, in addition to a wardrobe change, which I'm going to have in just a second, not forced this time, but just because I have a bunch of shirts that I want to flip from amongst, we are bringing in we're being taken over by another Arsenal podcast, but not just another Arsenal podcast, And this is, we're getting all four of them tonight. I was not expecting all four of them tonight, but they have made it. They have come, and here we are with Kelly, Chris, Mikey, and the Sebster. Sebi, how's that the compilation coming along of the podcaster wrestler?
It's coming out scary. It'll be done by tomorrow morning. You need to send me a few pictures of some people that I don't know who they are.
I could not wait to see this if it actually is happening. But it is time for Not Another Arsenal Podcast. We are in hour 9. Please go to goonersvcancer.com. Donate wildly, donate recklessly, and just donate. And we're doing great so far. Joseph Friend. Holy shit!
What the fuck was that, Mike?
Did he get mauled by a dog?
That was lightning. No, that was lightning.
Magic move to the ghetto.
Am I still here?
Outside of his house.
What, did it hit your desk?
Am I seriously? Am I still here?
We have that effect on people.
Yeah. I don't know how our power did. The whole thing just went like, I better unplug my computer. I'm gonna get like hit by lightning through my computer while we're on the podcast. That was nuts. Mike. That was literally right outside the back, that window behind me.
It is now a 10-hour podcast plus 17 hours after the electricity break that Mike's going to take.
Thank God you're wearing a diaper, Mike.
I know. I think that's what happened. He finally let go a little.
Yeah, I was not anticipating shitting in this diaper. but yeah, that may or may not have just happened. So yeah, if I lose my connection, do you guys know anyone who knows how to run a podcast?
No.
Yeah, if you guys could do us a solid and instead of 1 hour, give us like 18 or 19, that'd be great.
I'm just excited because for the next hour, I get to not lead the podcast. So,
well, we're here to dumb things down after the last segment. So,
well, I'm excited to just be a guest on this one. Jared, you sticking around?
Yeah, I'll stick around for a bit if y'all are down for it.
All right, beautiful.
I'm not sure a podcast can handle two dashing gentlemen wearing that black away kit at the same time. I'm surprised my computer hasn't cracked in half yet.
So excellent plug here, Chris. I just want to say to the Arsenal community, this is the type of gentleman I podcast with. These beautiful gentlemen, knowing that all I wear is dark black to faded black. These lovely gentlemen on the bottom of the screen put some money together and had this sent as a nice surprise to me. So,
and you keep using that as a weapon against me ever since.
Yes.
Well, what have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately, Mike? Yeah. And also, just quick plug to Seb, who found me this kit.
It took me 3 years to find that for you,
but it is in some solid condition, and this might just be the only Mexican I ever see play for Arsenal. So I'm gonna hang on to that kit dearly.
All right, Mike. The what's the Star Trek situation? You have the con. Is that?
I'm just gonna mute Andy in the chat real quick, and then we can move on. No. All right, boys and girls. Hey, welcome to Not Another Arsenal Podcast, aka the Magic Mike of Arsenal Podcast this week. As I say that, Magic Mike literally cuts out. We're going to be playing a fun game of Take It or Leave It, and it's going to be involving the next upcoming season. So normally we do this on NAP on our regular channel, but we do it within all Arsenal-related things. Wow, Mike, you changed very quick for a large guy.
Wow.
Can I just say that?
Kent. Look at that.
Whew. So he just took his glasses off. He's like different
where
person.
Joey's wearing like 13 shirts and he didn't really change. He just ripped one off.
Yeah, they're all ruined now, but yeah.
Yeah. So I know myself and the Nap crew have a few take it or leave it already lined up. Jared got the notification a little earlier, and Mike, unfortunately, I think Mike's been slightly busy all day. I'm not 100% sure, but it's Mike, so I'm sure 100% he could come up with something on the spot. But take it or leave it. Next season, it's something to the effect of Arsenal could have potentially earned top 4 had we kept Marcelo Flores. Take it or leave it.
People don't even know who that is, Mike.
This is don't start with
This
this.
is way
So
of
that
just
is
DMing Mexicans into our lives.
so yeah.
All
that's
Mexican
all.
questions.
You're just making people up now, Mike. Just stop.
It's like a football manager regen, right, Mike? Marcelo Flores.
I the fact that you know regen, I appreciate that, Kelly. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna start from left to right on the bottom of the screen, so give Jared and Mikey some time to prepare. So I mean, you guys will get.
What is it? Just that we would have finished 4th last season?
Yes. Well,
Mike, it's just truth or dare. Okay?
It's truth or dare. There you go. So Sebi,
Who do I have to suck to?
no, Mikey, no.
Oh.
No, Mike, no. Seb,
Whack him with the newspaper.
All right, so take it or leave it. Arsenal win the Europa League, but lose to the FA Cup final to Spurs. Or we come in 4th.
What a dick.
We come in 4th, so we still qualify for a Champions League. But we knock Spurs out of the FA Cup in the first round, but we lose in the semis to any team. But so would you take it or leave it? Would you want to win the Europa League, but sacrifice losing to Spurs and letting them get a trophy for the first time?
Is it basically, would you rather win a trophy or keep them from winning a trophy?
Yeah.
Fuck, Seb.
But in the scenario where we keep them from winning a trophy, we still make UCL.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We're not losing the opportunity to be in the Champions League next year.
We still make Champions League no matter what, but we win the Europa League and qualify that way, but we lose to them in the FA Cup. They win a trophy as well.
They win the FA Cup and we win Europa, or neither wins anything, but we still make Champions League.
Yeah.
Easy. Neither.
Easy.
Fuck them. I do not. They are not winning an FA Cup under my watch. I don't. I know it's been a long time since we've won European gold, but like if we're making it into the Champions League, we put up a good showing in Europa. You know, we've not won Europa before. We can not win it again. But I can't take Tottenham lifting that FA Cup and suddenly.
Let's be honest, though. I mean, let's be honest, though. Tottenham thinks the Audi Cup is better than the FA Cup, anyway. So.
Or whatever they won.
About it as if it's a real trophy.
They won the Arthur Gamper Cup or whatever the fuck that thing is called this time.
We're all too young to know that reference, Mike.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're touting the Audi Cup, we can tout the double of the Florida Cup and the Emirates Cup, right?
That's
We're
true.
already 2 in for this year.
And we won the treble. We won the
Charm City Trophy.
The Charm City Trophy as well.
There you go.
Why did they feel compelled to make up nonsense for these?
Break it down.
All
right. So who has yet to answer that question, or are we all in agreement?
Yeah, no, I can't give them a title.
No, fuck them. I don't want them to win anything.
There you go.
We're all in the same
I mean, there are the typical people, you know, that will be in a podcast chat who are like, "Fuck those lot. Why are we, worried about them? We want to win a European trophy." And you know, so anyone in the chat, are you okay with Spurs breaking their schneid, as it's called over here? If it means us being very, very successful, which is the converse way of looking at it, I'm just not okay with that. I don't want to win I don't want to win as badly as I want them to lose. That's pretty bad. I
mean, that's what fandom is about.
That says a lot about it. That's kind of strange.
That's the beauty, the tribalism of sports, and I absolutely love that answer, actually, Mike.
It's the truth. Sorry.
It's why we're all here. We're not playing fucking solitaire. That's why it's fun. Like we want the people that we hate to do poorly and feel bad.
Yeah, you can either win or lose, and so And that's the true answer to the question that we're all looking for anyway.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
So
what's
Kelly?
next?
Kelly,
Do I have to come up with one of these?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm right now.
You're last,
All
Mike.
these gentlemen are using up the time for you to come up with something, Mike.
Okay, here we go. So this is a historical one. Arsenal, the Invincibles win the Champions League also in their Invincible season, but Spurs won their Champions League final as well.
And
Would you take it or leave it?
You guys are ruining this game for me. First and foremost, let me explain. Damn
I
it.
hate you, Kelly. I hate you.
The Invincibles year specifically, which I included that on purpose because I think that might alter it a little bit.
Can I say
we would not get the Invincible season, but they would get an UCL?
No, we would
get
win the
Invincible.
UCL during the Invincible season. So it would be we would have a stake for the greatest club season ever, the greatest team ever.
and not the Invincibles, and then 2 years later win the game that we lost. You're saying
in the Invincible season, and then we don't have Wayne Bridge, we don't have any of that hell with Chelsea.
That is the one scenario where I will go against what I just said for the last question and say absolutely I would take that. And I would take
that's
it.
The stress test.
I would take it because of the order of operations there.
Mm-hmm.
Like
that's fair.
You know, we would have had 14 years of knowing that we had a Champions League and they didn't before I'd have to worry about that. And so yeah, I mean, I think that I would do, because then it's like, has there ever been? No one could talk about the Manchester United treble of 1999 anymore. That would be the top one. Very good question. He's right, Kelly. But yeah, that I would do.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
I make a living on Twitter just bashing the shit out of Spurs fans because they don't win shit. So
you make a living on Twitter? I've got to figure out how to do that.
I don't know what I'd do on Twitter anymore if I didn't have that to hang over Spurs fans' heads. So I don't know. I'm selfish like that. I'm going to say it's very close, but I'm going to say, nah, leave it.
Actually, with Chris on this one, I go the same way. We'd still have the Invincible season. We'd still have the claim of, the best Prem team ever based on that. And they don't get a trophy. So that I'm with you. I'm on that end.
See, my mind goes to, if we win that Champions League, we could have avoided a lot of headaches. Like the success of that team. Like, after that Champions League final, there's so many people that left. And then the following year. So my mind goes to, we would be better off in the really bad decade or two that we just went through could be avoided. Okay, I'm going to take the Invincibles plus the Champions League, and I'm going to allow Spurs to have a Champions League trophy. Chris, I admire your stance. I will say that. And can I also say
the venom?
I'll say this: my co-hosts are playing a dirty game. I'm thinking about a way more lighthearted way of. You guys are just aiming for the heart.
I've just come up with the best one ever.
Oh, damn it!
I've outdone myself this time, I
think. All right, Chris, you're up next, sir.
I got a non-Arsenal one, but it's very timely. So,
oh god,
Barcelona steal all of Chelsea's remaining transfer targets this summer, but they also win the Champions League.
They even signed Puig. Puig's on his way to MLS, and they're like, no, we'll take them. We'll re-sign him.
Exactly.
All right. I just have to say, someone has just donated $1,000.
Whoa!
Wow.
Anonymously.
Wow. Oh, okay. In that case, it was me. I'll take that.
Honestly, I mean, it's
wow.
That's amazing.
I will be able to find out in hindsight who that was, and attribute them the appropriate tickets for the later Gooner raffle. But I cannot, as I mentioned live on the pod a couple hours ago, I cannot attribute the tickets to an anonymous donor on tonight's podcast because I can't see the back end where it has the billing information. So thank you. Thank you.
You see what happens, Mike, when you have us on? You get the big bucks.
Yeah, you know what? This of all the hours that we've been doing this,
woohoo!
Nap has brought in it was at 11:13 p.m. Eastern time. So we've reached the $3,900 mark, and we're in hour 9. we did 5,000 all of last year. So
Wow.
absolutely amazed and appreciative of that. Thank you.
Feinberg. I mean, we are the podcast of the overnight worker, of the blue collar specials. These are the people who power this country and Europe and the world. And they are people. And they are generous with their labor and with their money. Clearly, this is what we bring to this operation.
Next year, you have to put the Shane O'Mac music when we come on.
Now it is funny because I've told people I don't want them to do super chats because half of that money goes to YouTube. But how cool would it be to get $1,000 super chat? like just from the ego standpoint and having it up there on the screen. But no,
I'm on it, Mike. I'm gonna need to refund it, but I'm on it right now.
Seb's good with Photoshop. He can make that happen for you.
Sure,
we'll get
problem.
a still of it on the screen and post it on Twitter.
Wow.
That is absolutely amazing. So
That is
thank you so much to whoever you may be.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Chris.
Barcelona
continue to hijack every single Chelsea link that they currently have,
or they don't,
or Barcelona, but Barcelona
wins the Champions League.
So basically, Chelsea has to stay at their current squad, and they are absolutely embarrassed for the next month here.
Totally.
Right.
So
exactly.
Ronaldo goes to Barcelona, which would be kind of funny. Every Koundé goes there again.
He's already there.
What's the? I know, well, he goes again. What's the other?
Gets back on the bus and goes back to Sevilla, and they just run it back.
Why not? Just to fucking twist the knife in Chelsea. What's the other side of that? That they don't do that.
To track the plane.
But Chelsea gets whoever they want because Barcelona won't be there to hijack it, and somebody else wins the Champions League.
All right. Or
I guess
this
in this
is about
hypothetical,
embarrassing Chelsea, but being okay with Barcelona winning the Champions League, essentially.
I'm not bothered by Barcelona winning the Champions League.
Honestly. I'm incredibly bothered by
they'll still go
Barcelona
under in a year or two or so. It doesn't really matter, right?
Right. They'll win it, and then they'll sell it for like 100 million, like the trophy itself.
They'll melt it down and sell the silver.
They'll melt it down. They'll sell 25%.
They're desperate.
They'll sell 25% of it to a conglomeration of banks.
Quick, smelt down the Copa del Rey's. Go. We need the silver.
In
Throw
the
it
most,
in.
the most brain move you can imagine. They're going to take an item that isn't for sale, so it doesn't have a set price, value it themselves at about $1 billion, then donate it to us and write it off on their taxes.
I love how Andy volunteered to do like 2 hours out of 27, yet he's been in the chat for 9 hours out of 9 that we've been doing the podcast. What the fuck is that all about? All right.
None of us are ex-players. He doesn't want to talk to us little people. Is what it is.
Well, I'm an ex-player, if you know what I'm saying. Player.
No one knows what you're saying.
So who else is gonna? I mean, I'm fine with Barcelona doing that to Chelsea and winning the. I almost said the Stanley Cup. What's wrong?
I can't.
I'm high on Red Bull right now.
There's too many Barcelona fans in my neighborhood, and they're all fucking annoying. So I can't. I hate them all.
No, fuck them. I wish they went into administration tenure. I hate Barcelona so much. Absolutely not. I'd rather Chelsea.
You live in a French neighborhood, though?
No, I don't. There's none of those in New York.
Just people walking around.
Just fighting with baguettes. Like jousting with them.
Oh, God.
Word for word, Mike. That's exactly what they do.
Yeah,
That's what I like doing.
We.
Yeah, no,
that's exactly what happens, Mike.
Yeah.
Let
part of
I'll allow Chelsea. I'll allow Chelsea to buy some players because ultimately I think eventually I'm gonna take Mike Feinberg's aka Magic's theory and I'm gonna say eventually Chelsea's gonna start sinking. They just can't maintain this at this level.
That's such an inside line, Dean.
Dean did just move into my top 3 Deans now. He was outside my top 3 Deans earlier, but now he's in the top 3 Deans because he pays attention.
With the inside joke, dude. Oh my goodness.
So we've been on for like 10 minutes and you're already losing your shit.
Oh God, I love this. All right, so Jared, have you answered this yet?
No, and
I'm not supposed to be running this. Mike, you run this.
Hey, Jared, have you answered this yet?
The memo. No, for me, I don't really care who Chelsea signs. I think they hit their high point a couple of years ago, and I think they're going to have a little bit of a lull here. I mean, they'll get back because they've got a ton of money, but I don't really care to see Barca win the UCL, so let them sign who they want this summer.
Boom. You got one, Jared, or you would like me to go just to kill a little bit more time?
Yeah, no, I've got one here.
Sure.
All right, so it's would you rather we win the Premier League with Spurs finishing second and winning the FA Cup, so we get the league title, they get a trophy and Champions League football as well, or we finish fifth in the Europa League spot and Spurs get relegated.
What was the second part of that?
That's a slam dunk for me.
So it's either Arsenal wins the league,
right,
with Spurs finishing second and getting an FA Cup, so they're in UCL with a trophy,
right,
or we miss UCL, finishing fifth, but Spurs get relegated.
I think that fans of Celtic Football Club, as well as fans of AC Milan back in the Juventus relegation penalty days, might say that, having your greatest rival all of a sudden just not even be on the map anymore is not as great as it sounds on paper. The whole thing about Spurs being relegated, I mean, I wonder how Liverpool feels right now, knowing that the blue part of the city might end up being, playing against Huddersfield and Ipswich Town next season. But like, I don't know that I would want them to be relegated, because then we can't fucking beat them every season.
But then
This
we'd have
does
St.
cut against you
Tutterman
saying
on
you'd
the
rather
first
see
game of the
them
season.
lose than us win.
Yeah, I came out very strongly saying I'd rather see them lose than I win, but then every single answer I'm giving to these 50-50 questions is the opposite to that. I said that the one scenario would be that we won the Champions League, and then 14 years later they did. 1A would be us winning the league and them finishing second. And you had to throw in the FA Cup part. You had to.
Yeah, I mean that's what makes it difficult.
Makes it,
They're a
I'm
trophy-winning
winning
UCL team, or they get relegated.
We're
it's up to you, Mike Feinberg.
Yeah, no,
you're telling me you want them to get a trophy.
Yeah, no, I'll take the deal. I'm taking the deal, Pat. I don't know.
Look at Howie Mandel all of a sudden.
It reminds me of when you were on that show, Mike, when they asked you if you're going to continue to answer the questions.
Yeah,
what
this is my final answer.
Your final answer. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking the briefcase with the title, and please don't make me see what the other briefcase had in it.
I'll take the title. I'll take the title because it's one of those things where, when Spurs has a season and they're like, this is the best season in our history, and somehow we managed to shit house our way above them still. Like, our shitty season is equal to their historical season. I think because
the Newcastle win on the last day was pretty awesome when we pipped them.
Oh yeah.
That was glorious. That was a really, really nice day.
My biggest regret of days I thought about going to the pub and didn't was that one.
Hey, Jared,
who scored that goal at the end?
No idea, Seb. I'm not saying it. I already know where you're going with this. Hey, Jared, can we just sweeten the pot for me? Just in my own mind, I'm going to say that by winning the league, like, Spurs was like a close second to us, and so we just piped them at the last day of the season.
Like, we beat them in the final game to take
first.
But then it's not interesting because everybody would take that.
How would they lost it? They lose to Fulham on the last day, and Mitrovic scores 4 goals, and then we beat Liverpool at the death with an Aaron Ramsdale header off a corner.
When they had a 2-point lead going into the last game.
Is there any dodgy lasagna in this?
There's all sorts everywhere. There's just shit lasagna.
They ate COVID sandwiches, right, Mike?
Hey, Kelly,
monkeypox.
Kelly, you know who likes lasagna?
Garfield.
It's the Italians.
Italians.
I'm not familiar. I live in Minnesota. I'm not familiar with Italians.
Are we gonna have a segment of Boppity Boopy on?
There you go.
So Lazio's at a decent preseason. Yeah, how you feeling about Milan?
We're looking sharp, sir. We just finally signed our Dutch wonder boy.
So if we'll do a quick plug for Not Another Arsenal Podcast, because despite getting generally less than 12 viewers at any one given time. There is no good reason. There is no good reason for those numbers to be so low. The chemistry, the flow of the podcast.
You killed Kelly.
Even when I'm not on it, they pull those numbers, and
dozens of people.
Yeah. I mean, they make literally ones of people happy every week at 10 p.m. And two
of them are in the chat right now.
It's one of my favorite podcasts.
We make BX and
guys who absolutely enjoy each other's company, just absolutely talking shit with no limits. And now it's 6 people, and I think we need to do this. So yeah. Also, another reminder, real quick, because we're up against 11:30, and I have this timer system going on here. GoonersVCancer.com. Please let us know your name when you donate, so that you have a chance to win. But you know, look, if you want to donate thousands of dollars anonymously, be my guest. But we want to credit you with it. So. All right, are we on to the next one, or do we have someone still to answer, Chris?
Yeah, look, I have one, but you guys went. I was talking about next season. My prediction was Zinchenko's going to start at left back more than Tierney in the league. Take it or leave it.
Yeah, Herz,
take it or leave it.
Leave what?
Herz, we knew what you want to do, and we send a message to everybody else saying do the exact opposite of what Herz wanted to do. So you look like a silly goose tonight.
That question isn't in the same ilk.
No, I know, and honestly, Seb, I to completely believe that's exactly what you guys did, and I love you guys for it. If I'm being honest,
how can we embarrass Mike in front of all these people tonight?
My take it or leave it will help with this.
Okay, well,
all right, Mike, what's yours again?
Go for it, Mike, because I don't got a twisted mind like my co-host.
All right, I hope I haven't overhyped it, but
he's back in the chat, my guy.
No, he's gone.
Man,
would you take losing 5 straight FA Cup finals, but Olivier Giroud has a vagina?
It's not deep enough in this podcast for this.
Or winning 5 straight FA Cup finals, but Alex Morgan has a penis?
Are we gonna get canceled if we answered this?
I mean, I don't care if Alex Morgan has a penis or not. I'm not married to Alex Morgan. Who cares? I want the FA Cup finals.
Just assume that you have the opportunity to be with either of these people. But I mean,
what?
You know how you see how Kelly just looked to the side? That was a wife check right there. She was like, "Hold on, let me." Okay, I could answer this question now.
I don't. Would you want to have sex with Olivier Giroud if he looked exactly the same? But
I mean, that's
what you.
Don't make me answer that, Kelly.
That was meant to be the tempting part of the two things. Like, we lose 5 straight FA Cup finals, but it's okay. It's okay because Olivier Giroud, you can finally fuck him.
I don't like Olivier Giroud.
Yeah.
Don't make me answer that, Kelly. He just won me a league title with Milan. Don't make me answer.
He didn't win you that.
Everyone loves me some Olivier Giroud. And the only thing missing from his resume is a vagina.
His meaty French forehead doesn't do enough for you?
Don't say meaty right after I said vagina, please.
Well, he's 6'4", like 200 pounds. He's probably pretty meaty.
So power bottom for sure.
Beef curtain is what you're
still
saying.
Getting canceled.
This is canceling us.
This is a charity podcast, guys.
You got to find us to cancel us.
All right,
that's true.
I would like an answer now, Jared.
Can't cancel what you can't find.
First, Mike gives us a nice plug in order to get about 3 more viewers, and then he sets us up for those viewers to cancel.
Turns out to be a fucking butt plug he pulls out from nowhere.
I can just imagine, like, Arsenal will be like, "All right, we're aware of Mike and his charitable efforts. We want to support, what he's doing. Let's watch this amazing podcast-a-thon that he had." And
club statement.
They this is the last part of segment number 1, and they're like, well, let's just go to the end to see how it's going 8 hours in, and then this is what they end up watching. Trust me, we did have other guests on, and did not.
They want a refund of their $1,000.
Josh is pulling it up on his fucking iPhone right now,
requesting specifically you don't do this again next year.
Yeah, exactly.
When we hopped on,
we can live with leukemia if you'll just please stop.
Yeah, Stan Kroenke cures cancer as long as you just stop this shit.
Yeah. Look,
There's
that's my
the next
goal.
one.
If I can force people into action, then I'll do it.
There were 62 viewers when we joined at 35 minutes ago. There are now 49.
Well, it's
The nap effect.
4:35 in the morning over there. We're down to just mostly the Yanks and the expats at this point.
We're trying to get it down to like a comfortable viewership for nap, right? Like we can't have 49.
There's too many in there. I'm getting nervous.
We gotta get down to like 10.
I gotta tell you, the work rate on this porn pop-up thing
Dude,
is
they are
unmatched
working.
by any player we've had in the last 5 years.
It's pretty good. Now, normally porn and pop-ups would be, right up my alley, but I don't need it for this. So, has anyone answered the question though yet?
I don't even know what it was.
I'm taking the
No,
5.
I don't
FA
want to have
Cup.
sex with Alex Morgan with a penis or Olivia
Oh,
Giroud with a vagina. No,
For-
I opt out to all of it.
And as
for the
as
record,
as
Kelly, for
as
the-
a make right, you either win or lose 5 straight FA Cup finals.
I would
That's
rather win
the
the FA Cups and not have sex with either of the creatures that you're describing.
I mean, I'm gonna go on a limb and say I was never gonna have sex with Alex Morgan anyway.
You get to have sex every time that you want with someone who isn't a man with a vagina or a woman with a penis. I mean, like, come on. We're not all in your boat.
I'm still in year 8, so it's fine.
Yeah, I'm banning a porn bot, but yet I came up with this question.
They're finding you. It's smart.
Right.
It's intelligence.
It's like we already have a live action porn bot in Mike. We don't need a digital one in the chat.
It's Mike's
Yeah,
burner account.
It's not that it's
He's
spam.
just going up to the side.
It's
Yeah.
challenging my dominance. It's not spam. It's just that I can't be in the company of another one.
He wants those extra viewers. Anyway,
Oh,
Seb,
God.
is there
You
a
got
way
another
we
one?
could choose neither of that?
I just
I think
did.
that's probably what
a
most
stupid
people do.
question.
Well,
Hey, speak for yourself. I'm taking the 5. I'm deprived of trophies. I'm taking the 5 trophies, sir.
Name
Well, yeah.
Chris, my man, at all costs. I love it.
you and me, buddy.
Okay, so we definitely finish in Europe.
Mhm.
We don't know what place. Could be first, could be 6th. Okay.
do we eventually find out?
No, yeah. At the end of the season. But in order to do that, you have to live, Kelly, this is for you. You have to live with Hector Bellerin, and you'll be his understudy, so you have to dress like him. You have to eat like him,
Sounds like an
and
impractical
you have
Joker's
to talk
sketch.
like him. Kelly, what do you do?
I think we're gonna do
So
it
we
without
can
me having
either-
to live like Hector Bellerin's secret clone that lives in his house with him.
And you said you have to eat like him, right? So you
Yeah,
there's no-
so you have to
there's
be
no meat.
vegan.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't give. I'm sorry,
That's
I can't
the
give a
deal killer
cheese for
for me.
Arsenal.
Will I wither away to nothing and stop being able to run and do my job properly? Then also, is that part of this?
I believe the answer to that is yes.
Could win the league. If you do
You
that,
would-
make,
we
you
could-
make
we
a
could
1-year
finish-
sacrifice.
You would
one in
struggle.
six chance of winning the league.
Also,
You would struggle to bench press 50 pounds. Yes.
we could also finish
You-
5th.
You can have a cool mullet and a
Or a
creepy
man bun.
mustache.
I could look like 1980s Tim Allen when he got arrested for cocaine trafficking.
Yes,
But
You can.
yes.
that
Okay,
dream could come true.
Can you ratchet it up any more? Can we for sure be within 5 points of
Okay.
the title?
All right,
Like,
He's
we'll
bargaining now.
I know I'm
we'll
starting,
finish in
I'm
the
starting-
top 4 at least.
No, I
What,
don't think I
come
want.
on,
I don't
Kelly?
think I'd want to spend any time with him, and I think we can do it on our own without me living with Hector Bellerin. And so, okay, is he playing for Betis or Arsenal? Is he staying at Arsenal so I can at least hang around Arsenal, or do I have to go with him to Real Betis and like?
He's playing for
Pretend to
Minnesota
give a shit
FC,
about
so
the
he's
league,
your
yeah.
hometown. You can stay where you are now.
So he's gonna come and live with me in my house.
Yes,
Yeah.
there you go. There
Then
you go.
Then I'm definitely. I don't want him anywhere near my house or my children. So fuck no.
So you not having to go anywhere was actually the deal killer.
I don't want him here. I will go. I would be more apt to go there. I don't want him in my house.
Now,
Now,
what
what
if
he came
he
up and
was in your
knocked on the
house?
door? It's like, "Hi,
Why not?
Gilly, can I come in?" It's like, "No, man, I'm good."
Dude, with
Thanks,
that
though.
with that little frame, he'll just freeze. He'll be okay.
Yeah,
just leave him
lock
out back.
outside. I'll freeze to death in November.
Now, do we need to clarify that this Hector Bellerin would have 2 penises?
Well,
Yeah,
obviously,
he's definitely not
that
coming
goes
to my house.
that goes without saying.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was implied, but like, you know.
I assumed
That's
he
why he
did.
runs so slow now. Just the weight.
Kelly, you got a second one, sir?
I didn't prepare anything because I didn't think we'd get this far. But
As far as I know, Are we still on YouTube? Have they terminated the feature?
Yeah, I think that bot's trying to go and burn this thing down.
The porn bot started a stream of his own.
Yeah, no shit. All right, so
Stream of their own.
Let's see. We finished for sure in the top 4, for sure, and we have a chance in the FA Cup. We're in the FA Cup final. So 2 things are for sure, but we lose one of William Saliba and Bukayo Saka, or Bukayo Saka next year because they refuse to sign a contract extension.
How much do we sell them for, though?
That's going to
so
happen.
They force a move so we get fleeced.
Again.
Yep. Okay. So we for sure finish in the top 4. We're in the FA Cup final, so chip, chair, and chance we could win a trophy. But either Saka or Saliba will very publicly and shamefully force a move. Talk about how much they hate Arsenal.
Horrible deal. That's the easiest one so far.
Really?
I don't want either of those.
Okay,
guys.
Here we go.
Just being in an FA Cup final and finishing top 4. I mean, we should be able to do that anyway. So
okay, here we go.
We should be able to replicate that in the next 5 years.
Okay, here we go. Now, I'll weight the scales a little bit to make it more interesting. We win the FA Cup final. We beat Spurs in the FA Cup final by 3 goals.
10-0. Yep.
Harry Kane gets sent off for a second yellow for simulation.
Never happened.
The impossible just happened.
Okay,
I'm
loving the scales, Jared. Stick with me here. We are in the top 2 on the last day. But after the season, Bukayo Saka or William Saliba publicly and extravagantly refuse to sign an extension, talk about how terrible Arteta is and how much they hate Arsenal.
No.
I don't take the scenario with Saliba and Saka happening for anything less than a league title or Europa League, or not even a Europa League title, just a league title or a Champions League title.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Yeah. I would agree. Also, because Saka is probably the most likable character you could ever have, and if someone like him came out and just talked about how terrible we were, like nobody would want to follow and come into the into the club.
It's like getting bit by your own dog. You're just not expecting it. You know, you're like, okay.
In which case,
I came up with one in the vein of Arsenal and the sick, twisted minds of all my co-hosts, and not as twisted as Mike, of course, because Mike is the one and only when it comes to that. All right, gentlemen, league title for the Arsenal, but Spurs, they do not win, but they beat us. They do the double on us, 5-0 in the league. They knock us out of the FA Cup, the League Cup, and Champions League, but we win the league. Are you prepared to take?
Oh yeah,
taking it.
Yeah,
taking it.
I don't mind losing regular season games to Spurs in a year that we win the title.
Make it even better on us in that scenario.
That's what we did to Leicester.
Yeah,
we beat them twice and we still lost.
I don't think Leicester was like, God damn it, it was ruined because Arsenal did the double on us.
They're still jerking over there in Leicester.
They do not.
By jerking means selling all their good players. And what the fuck are they doing, by the way? Why are they selling everybody?
They're jerking. I don't know.
Supposedly they're $200 million in debt. So
their arc is over, and Brendan Rodgers is a fraud.
Well, he's a terrible manager. So let's be honest. Did they not assess the life insurance on the guy? On the owner very well, or what the hell happened?
I'm trying to remember if I'm trying to remember if somebody could look up Mike Herz and Rodgers on Twitter. I'm trying to remember if I tweeted that I wanted him at the Arsenal. I don't think I did. So yeah, no.
I went on a rampage against anybody that said that, so I don't think you actually tweeted that out.
Yeah. No, that sounds like I would do it just to spite you, actually, Mike. All things considered.
He is a fraud, and he has been ever since he had the Liverpool job.
There needs to be a Jose Mourinho related take it or leave it here. I'm just putting that out there in the universe. I've done my two, so somebody jump
okay, in. If Jose Mourinho had 9 penises. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Hear me out because they're just coming out of his forehead and his shoulder.
It's like tucking him under his coat. It's like this is really uncomfortable.
Are they
Mike,
all
Mike,
does it
remember
look like the Road Warriors with the spikes coming out of the jacket? What a cock! Oh my god!
Hey, Magic. My dad went to high school with Animal. Graduated from high school with Animal. Yeah.
Laurinaitis?
Jim Laurinaitis.
Oh, wow.
That's
All right, boys. I got your next one, and it's not all Arsenal related.
Is it penis related?
Yeah, it's a great mind sub.
I guess you could take it wherever you wanted to, but not directly.
Okay.
Hey,
Like a penis. No.
Hey.
So either
This is going to
your
be the
new
26th
father-in-law
podcast
is
when I
Jose
find-
Mourinho, and he lives next door to you, and you have to deal with him on the daily.
Oh my
Okay.
Or your next 5 Uber rides, your driver is Marcus Alonso. Who's rolling the dice?
Does he want it more? Is this the Marcus Alonso that wanted it more than Hector Bellerin? Wasn't that his excuse for like knocking him out?
Well, that was
Am I
the
good?
media's excuse to say that it wasn't a foul. He wanted it more.
Really, Bellerin just was lightheaded from the lack of calories.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why he passed out.
Well, yeah, Roman Reigns wanted it more, I suppose. So what was it again, Jared?
I think you have to live next to Jose Mourinho, right?
You-
Because
Yeah,
you're gonna
father-in-law.
get killed.
He's your
Oh,
father-in-law
I
and lives
just
next door to
actually
you.
realized the Alonso part of it. Why that's relevant.
Why
I
he's
spent
driving
an
your Uber,
afternoon
yeah.
with him, and that's as much as I could take. He's a fucking asshole, so I'll take the Uber driver, Marcus Alonso.
Really, you're taking your life.
Wow.
No,
I can't.
I've always
Spend
had
the
a soft
rest of your
spot for
life.
Mourinho.
No, he's a piece of trash.
Tony, tell us the story when you met him in New York
Yeah.
City. Come on,
Yeah,
tell
did
us.
you have a
Fucking-
chance to meet him already?
Story time with Seb.
That clown didn't know that I knew who he was, and he pretended that he didn't speak English. So he spoke to his friends. He spoke to his friends in Portuguese, and they would translate to. And the first like 3 minutes, I'm like, this fucking ass clown doesn't realize I know who he is. Anyway, so like 30 minutes later, I let it be.
$333.37, and then he would have been like, okay, I can give up this jig.
Yeah, no, I let it be known later on, like half an hour, and I was like, I know who you are, because they were like, do you like football? And I was like, soccer, just to annoy them. And then they're like, yeah, and then I was like, yeah, I do. And then they're like, oh, what team do you like? And I said Arsenal. And he's like, why? And I was like, because they
won't let you into the
This was like right when he started, like a year into him working there. So then I was like, oh, because they don't need money and shit to buy titles and stuff. And then he gave me a look. And then so long story short, then I'm like, I'm finishing. No, I was finished ringing them up, and a corporate exec from Adidas came by, and they're like, oh, Sebastian, nice to see you again. Zidane sent a nice email to us about what you did for him last week when he was here, because I got him like dinner reservations at a French restaurant in the city.
Wow.
And he was blown away by blah blah blah, and he wanted to give you this. And then Mourinho's hearing all this, and he's just waiting for me to like get him reservations. And I was like, okay, have a nice evening. And then he just like, and I walked away.
My man's a true Gooner.
Clown.
Was this
For
before
people
or
who
after
think that
Sam
Seb is
Pinto?
making this up, he is indeed not making this up.
No. You
Guarantee
Sebastian is one of the premier concierges in Manhattan.
I don't know about that. But anyway, yeah, he's a piece of trash.
Next big name on his list might be Troops. I don't know if he's gonna ever top that, but we'll see.
Gosh.
You get your big meetup with troops on this trip?
Yeah.
Did I facilitate that?
I'll talk to you about that off air.
We much rather televise.
He diagnosed me with a medical condition, and I'm actually really thankful to him because I was able to get it checked out. I mean, he told me I had a blood clot, and you know what? He was right.
Yeah.
Did he accuse you of having narcissistic personality disorder? Like, it's like, you say, sir, Troops. Did you do that? Really, Troops?
He just aggressively shouted it at you for no reason.
You moved, you staring right in the fucking mirror.
It's like, you got a blood clot, you get me?
And like, I don't know anything about Troops, but I know for a fact that man is fucking 5'3". There's no way that he can see over the steering wheel of a car.
No,
there's no way.
He's not. Hold on, I got to see whether I have
his shoes.
The next hour. I'm going to be playing a retrospective of the Baltimore trip, and my 45-second interview with Troops will be on there. But I'm trying to see if I have it in here by itself, because it's kind of amusing. But yeah, when he diagnosed me with the blood clot, it was very special.
Yeah, I think 5'9"
is
is fair. He's just a tad bit shorter than I was. I had the opportunity of meeting him in Denver a few years back.
I can't imagine if I was in, because I don't go anywhere or do anything. If I was in a situation to meet some of these people, like what would I do? Like, Mikey, would you be Mikey Herz? Will you probably be a little bit sweaty if that situation presenting itself? Where I'm like my fifth beer, and somebody like Troops came up, like, you'd at least get a little bit clammy about what I would do.
I was sweaty because I had just eaten at this place called Casa Bonita, which was like almost borderline food poisoning the second I consumed it. So yeah, I was sweating when I met him. I could confirm that. I reject not participating in the
reject or regret.
No, I regret not participating in the smoking. It would have been fun to be a little high on that trip. But other than that, no, I will say this: Troops off camera is a different character.
He was totally nice when I was speaking to him in Baltimore.
I got so much shit so I tweeted out the video clip that I'm desperately trying to find here, and two people who have followed me and interacted with me on Twitter, one of whom I've met and like runs the Bay Area Gooners, are like unfollowed, and I'm like, so we've got years of history either knowing each other or interview on Twitter, and you give me some respect by basically saying, I thought you were better than that. You don't know this guy other than what he's on camera, and I'm no longer tolerable to you because I enjoyed the guy's company. I mean, here we go. Hold on.
TGP on tour. We got some guy here. I don't know who he is. He's here. He's fresh off of calling a welfare check for me at my hotel in New Orleans a few years ago. It's Troopowitz.
My brother, Big Mike in the cut. You get me? We're in Baltimore, blood. You understand? The love in here right now.
I actually don't understand, but
he understands, blood. You get me? He's the one man who understands. Right now, Arsenal takeover. I've seen a handful of Everton fans. You get me?
Yeah, there's like 3.
I'm telling you, blood, and one of them's with me.
Why are you doing that? So we're here with Gooners versus Cancer. We're raising money. Go to goonersvcancer.com. We got a raffle going on. You can win a Legend signed shirt. You can win one of Troops' pubic hairs. I have to talk to him about that. Actually, we'll pay you for that. So.
Listen, anything for him, you understand? It's nothing for me, bro.
You having a good time here?
I'm enjoying it, bro. You get me? First, like literally just got in. You told me the mad thing was going down last night. You understand? I ain't seen Tom yet, so he's probably still recovering. But you understand? Everyone needs to get involved with Gooners versus Cancer.
Thank you. And at what minute will you be invading the pitch?
Nah, you know what, I kind of like the Ravens, innit? So I want to come back to the stadium.
Oh, that's true. You don't want to be kicked out.
Big up Lamar, blood.
All right. Cheers to you, man.
Nah, cheers to you, blood. Big blood clot Mike, yeah?
Wait, I have a blood. This is a really terrible time to diagnose me with that. Come on, man.
Did you guys catch the guy in the background with the Suarez shirt?
The Suarez.
I knew you were going to point that out immediately. The 40 million. Why would you waste money on that?
Oh my goodness, this porn bot is just next level, dude.
Are you talking about my guy Love Chat XYZ?
Yeah.
That guy?
Yeah, it popped up. He's all right. I know him. It's my burner account.
It's like 5 of our viewers, Mike. Calm down.
It's the only time it's like
5 of our subscribers is LoveBot XYZ.
I mean,
look, it's 10:55. Let's give something away.
Yeah, let's let's do the giveaway. I think it's a Ruth Beck art thing again.
Yeah, I gotta check out a website.
We're giving away a Ruth Beck art. Let's give away a big Ruth Beck art one though. Let's do because we got 6 men of large stature, maybe not necessarily physically, but I've got some big prints here. I'm not exactly sure.
Would not be
Mike
visible.
got
I'm gonna ship these, but
Mike got the pics I sent them.
Oh,
Arsenal versus Wigan Athletic. This is a art print of the final game at Highbury. This is a large one, so it is larger than my head, as are the other ones, which are the same size as my head. It's what's called an A3 print. So I don't know the measurements on it, but Ruth Beck at buyruthbeckart.com. Let me just double check the donations tally. We are at $94.95 right now, which means we have 3,000. But that's not just for this. We started the day at 5,600. So
yeah, that's just what Nap made in the last hour.
Yeah,
for today, it's 3,895 so far. Almost over a quarter of which was donated because of and during Nap.
Here comes the money.
Actually, I think the person that donated that probably was taking a nap and accidentally rolled over the computer in the exact sequence required to accidentally donate $1,000.
Hey, we'll take it.
Yep,
And justifies the means, man.
It's been took. All right, so now for the drawing. Oh, I got to relog into the random picker here. This is great, great media.
While you're doing that, if anybody out there loves Arsenal artwork, Ruth Beck, who donated all these, you can find her on Instagram. It's just at Ruth Beck Art. She has a great picture up today of the Arsenal ladies in their Lionesses kits after the win. It's pretty cool. So check that out. We may have retweeted it on the Gooners or shared it on the Insta story of Gooners versus Cancer as well.
Yeah, and she also has an amazing artist rendering of Maria Petri, who is so near and dear to so many Arsenal supporters. So the winner of the first large Ruth Beck art print of the Arsenal versus Wigan is Mackenzie Dolnick. Mackenzie, you have won the Arsenal versus Wigan Athletic. I don't know what you'd call it, a marquee kind of thing, but it's a beautiful, colorful, wonderful art print, and it looks like this. In fact, it is this. It doesn't just look like this, but thank you to Mackenzie, and you have won. Let me just mark that down real quick here. Let me see, A3 Wigan Mackenzie. Thank you so much. And there's a lot of people still in the draw. We've got maybe 35 or so people who have donated. We've still got, even though this is hour 9, we still got like 27 more prizes to give away. So you definitely have a chance, but you're going to want to get your donation in as soon as possible so that you can increase your chances of winning.
Herz, VX Gooner in the chat. He was the guy responsible for helping me find that Vela kit for you. So if you want to give him a thank you. Yeah.
VX, dude.
He's one of my minions that I had searching for 3 years.
Now, I know BX is, obviously he frequents the chat rooms of pods, but you know him personally?
I never met him personally, but I think we started talking on Instagram maybe like
how long have you been dating? Does he have?
I got catfished.
How many penises between 0 and 9? How many penises does he have? That's the answer that everyone needs to know. But
we don't talk about that.
Magic. We rarely talk about penises unless we're on with you. I've noticed.
Yeah,
it is a strange obsession.
There's something that attracts.
I will say we have pillow talk about like Arsenal kits and
I love that
in our collections of we both sick men and have way too many in our collection. But
we have a very small group of dear listeners at NAP, but I will say that we know them all. We know them all, and they are a couple of them are very, very consistent in the live chat and in the comments after YouTube feeds, because there's like 4 of them that they just flat out say, yeah, we're sleeping when you air, but as soon as I wake up, I tune in. So greatly.
So what you're saying is that out of the dozen, 9 of them
and dozens. Of dear listeners.
9 of them just start the pod and then go to sleep.
That's why it's called nap. Mike.
Nap for a reason, Mike. Yes.
Yes.
Because a view is a view is a view. It doesn't matter whether
view
we're
is a
conscious
view
or
is
not.
a
I mean,
That's
that's the motto of the Gooners podcast is we don't care if you're conscious or not.
We are the podcast of the sleepless and the sleepy.
Bill
And
Cosby
the sleeping.
podcast.
In fact,
Mike,
That's why
are
we
you
caught it
gonna
like 10 p.m. at night, 4 in the morning UK time. So makes sense.
are you gonna ask my co-host the question that you've been asking all the guests, Mikey?
Yes, and thank you actually for reminding me that we're going to go about 10 minutes into this hour. We have entered hour 10. We're going to go 10 minutes in, and then what we're going to do is we're going to change the feeds because YouTube only records 12 hours. So we got about every 9 to 9.5 hours of this podcast we're going to switch. So if you're watching this right now, when we finish this next 10 minutes or so, you're going to want to go to
Not Another Arsenal Podcast.
You're going to want to go. Yep. You're going to want to go to.
Yes, Mike. Yes, Kelly.
I missed that. I just talked right over it. But we're going to want to go to www.podpart2.com. Pod Part 2. The next segment of our podcast will be number 2, if you know what I'm saying. Where I'm going to get even loopier and loopier because apparently you can get high off of Red Bull, and I'm currently experiencing that. So yes, we need top 4s, bottom 3s. And outlandish prediction that has nothing to do with quantity of genitals. We will start with the Sebinator.
All right, bottom 3 definitely Giroud.
Bottom
Giroud, Alex Morgan, and Bellerin.
Not power bottom 3.
Power bottom 3. Yeah.
No.
I feel like a silly goose now. Oh, damn it. Everton.
Love that.
Everton, Leicester, and Leeds.
Whoa.
Leicester.
Ooh.
Leicester. That's the
That would be
first for that.
That would be a delicious final couple weeks, man. I gotta tell you, some big clubs.
And top 4.
Yep.
In order, or
Yes,
any?
please.
Oh,
Yeah.
scheisse. I guess City. Fuck it, Arsenal, Liverpool,
Ooh.
Good man.
and
West Ham.
West Ham.
Yes.
Wow.
You guys are so fucking weird about West Ham.
You are
They suck.
out of 16 people so far, you are the first one to pick either Arsenal in second or West Ham in the top 4. You could be, my friend, the genius of all geniuses, or
That's what the first thing I said when I came on this podcast tonight. I'm here to dumb things down. So
go big or go home.
We appreciate that.
And your surprise prediction of something that people would not think would happen, but is going to happen.
Oh, I have such a good surprise one.
Surprise. There's an investigation this season, and it's going to show that the referees in the Premier League are corrupt, and people are going to go to jail.
Oh, we are on brand. We are so on our brand
Oh,
right
that
now.
would, I would
Amazing.
love
So
that.
it's not-
Hashtag tinfoil hat club.
Your
just
prediction
bring our bullshit
refs
under
are
this.
corrupt.
Amazing.
It's so the prediction isn't that refs are corrupt; it's that they will be found as being corrupt.
Yes.
And that would be fantastic.
Love it.
Kelly, your top 4, bottom 3.
All right, so we'll do top 4. I'm going to say Liverpool is going to get their last Premier League champ title within this kind of generation
Cycle.
This kind of the Klopp era. I think it's going to be the last one. So I will say Liverpool, City, Arsenal, and I don't want to say it, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to say United is going to be weird and good with Ten Hag and sneak in there despite everybody.
Waiting for someone. You're the first to have Manchester United in the top 4, and I don't think that's that outlandish of a thing to say.
No, I'm right at the edge between Chelsea and so I'm to pull. I haven't talked about Bundesliga yet, but and it is.
Deutsch.
I do have a camera in front of me, but
Sorry.
so Thomas Tuchel has this thing where he falls out. This is about the time where he would fall out spectacularly with somebody. So I think that Chelsea might be the surprise piece where they underachieve because Tuchel is going to have some sort of dust up and be fired.
Got a little of the Jose, a little of the Abba, a little of the.
Yeah, he's kind of that guy. So I could see that Ten Hag could get him together well enough in the second half of the season to sneak into the top four. And I'm not going to put that any voodoo in the universe that Spurs finish top four because fuck them. For the drop, if we're, I think Forest is going to go right back down. I don't think they're very good, and they're not adding. Jesse Lingard sucks, so fuck them. So I think they're going to go down.
He doesn't suck when he's not playing for United, though. He only sucks when he's playing for United.
Yeah, but he's a fucking clown. So I think they're going to go down. I'm going to say.
Does he shoot water in your eye from a flower?
Yeah, he's a friendly 80s television clown. Bournemouth is going to go right back down to. Let's see what else. I kind of agree with everybody else. I think Southampton's going to go down. I think they've been playing with fire for a long time, and they're going to go. They probably belong down. If we're being honest. God, I don't. Who else is going to go? Not Brighton.
Well, you've given 3 clubs already.
Oh yeah, so that's everybody.
Well, that's
Sorry.
a surprise.
That's a surprise.
Surprises are going to be a fourth one. And my surprise piece, I think Crystal Palace will be pushing for Europa League this year with Patrick Vieira. That's my surprise.
Not surprising
prediction.
Pushing that like does that mean that they're
going to finish no further down than 9th. They'll be in the kind of 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th.
So after the first game of the season, they'll go the rest of the season.
They are going to be. They are going to push very hard, if not make the.
And can you finish in Europe if you lose your first game at home 8-0? We will find that out.
I thought we were going to win 10-0. Jesus double hat trick.
Well, that's true.
I like this.
Herz, Mikey.
I am going with
AC Milan.
AC Milan, yes.
Milan.
Lazio will be pushing for
Mexico.
Yeah, AC Milan, Mexico, and Arsenal.
Bold prediction is Mexico's gonna win the World Cup.
Relegated. Oh my God.
Relegated USA.
How much tequila you drinking, brother?
Hugo Sanchez.
I mean, amigo.
It's water. It's not vodka. I promise you. Liverpool, City, Arsenal, United.
Okay.
Going down is going to be Bournemouth, Forest, and Leeds.
Okay.
And I'm going to visit. Look at the dear listeners. Big it up. River Plate and Forza Milan. They know me well.
Mm-hmm.
And my prediction, I'm gonna visit some priors that my NAP crew knows well. I think Saliba's going to hold on to that contract extension, and I still am very pessimistic that he's going to sign it. Ooh. So my prediction, my big thing is
you're not normally so negative and assholic, but with this one,
when it comes to French people, he hates them all.
There's something about French people, man. You know, they're
and Guendouzi's going to come back and play center back for Arsenal. Is that right, Mike?
Now that's an idea I could get behind.
Guendouzi broke his heart, and since then,
he never been the same.
He hasn't been the same.
I'll never love another Frenchman.
I forgot my real crazy prediction was that Mitrovic is going to score 20 Premier League goals.
No, he's not, Kelly.
It was said earlier on the podcast
score 20 Premier League goals.
Mitrovic has gone up and down, and he does 30 plus in the
He scored like 40 league goals in the championship last year. 50. He can score half that in the Premier League.
Yes,
well, never scored more than 11.
He did 20 some high 20 number about 4 years ago, and then when they came back up, he did 4. So
Mitrovic is going to score 20 Premier League goals.
All right, and
Jared, I have a fantasy roster to prove it.
Jared, we're finally getting to you. Top 4.
All right, my top 4. I have City winning it, Liverpool, Arsenal, and kind of by default because I think they'll spend in the next couple of weeks Chelsea. Let's see. Relegated. I have Forest, Bournemouth, and like a few people have said, I have Southampton in there as well. I think they've been playing with fire for a while, and this is going to be the year it kind of catches up to them.
All right.
And kind of in opposition to a couple of my Nap buddies here, my bold prediction is that the first year under Ten Hag, Manchester United will miss out on European football, putting them 8th or worse in league.
Wow. All right. Well, that's a big call. I think
Can I ask a question real quick? Jared, do
I
you
could
change
get
your
behind
prediction
that.
after every hour, or is this the same prediction that you give every...
It depends. I'm going to change it after every week of the season,
Oh,
actually.
okay. I was
developed.
wondering because the more you drink, does it change your frame of thought?
Yeah, we should have done that. You should have had, Mike, you should have had one drink every hour and then watched how bold the predictions became after hour like 25, 26, 27.
If I have
Next
one
year.
drink after every hour, I just am the same person I would be if I didn't have one drink after every hour. That does nothing to me.
You're more socially acceptable when
Seb-
you're
Sebby-
hammered than
Sebby
sober.
is probably the only person that's personally visualized my slow descent into drunkenness.
We don't talk about that night no more.
Yeah, where you left me on the streets of Brooklyn.
You said you were fine. You said you were fine. I trust you. You're a big boy.
Said I was. Woke up on the street.
No,
I'm kidding. All right, so guys, this has been the takeover.
Chris's predictions.
Oh, sorry, Chris.
The
Sorry.
only one who's not being a drunk prick.
Well, the reason is because I don't have Chris in this list because I was told that he couldn't make it tonight, and I'm thrilled that he could. But I didn't have him in the list. So Christian.
He purposely got himself into a fight with his wife.
Oh, nice. I love that. I love
he
that.
got sent to the basement, and voila.
Of my
here he is.
mother-in-law's
Wait,
house.
I gotta do a podcast. Fuck you, bitch.
Words have never been spoken.
Dinner is served, honey. Knocks it off.
And
the
this is the
table.
last
This
time
is
I'll be on
disgusting.
that.
Serve this.
So good knowing you guys.
Serve this. All right, Christian.
Top 4. I have Liverpool winning it. I think they've got too much firepower up top, and I think City's lost too much this offseason to repeat. But I do have City second, Arsenal third, and Chelsea fourth.
Okay, that's my identical top 4.
Relegation fodder, I have Bournemouth, Everton.
Oh, we're one away from being complete matches here.
It's ending here in Southampton.
All right.
You look at Southampton end of last season, and they were hot garbage, and all they've done is added
All they did was beat us, though.
U23s from Man City. So.
Dean.
Yeah, we've seen no Newcastle top 4s. We've seen no Arsenal outside the top 4s. Which last season we had 2 people say that they were going to get in the top 4, and one was just like going off. JJ was, we're going to win and Spurs are going to get relegated, and he stuck to it. So there was
JJ.
There was like one real person. JJ was supposed to be on with us tonight and couldn't. He had a change of plans, but when he saw the beginning of the podcast, but the bold prediction, Christian.
Well, I don't have Spurs in my top 4, and it's because Conte is going to leave mid-season. This is true to form, guys.
That is my prediction.
I cannot stand Spurs, so this has to be my prediction. And he's going to be replaced by Mauricio Pochettino. The man returns.
Oh, that is going to happen, Christian.
That could happen. That could really happen. That could happen. And I mean, other than you saying Southampton, where I have Leeds going down, we basically just matched completely, both in predictions and in looks.
Swiping right.
Totally.
Both of you. Swiping right. How many penises between you two now?
Oh, shit.
I don't know. All right. So this has been. Oh, well, Mike, you do your normal sign off, and then I'll do a sign off.
This has been Not Another Arsenal Podcast, aka the Abu Dhabi. No. So the regular sign off, Mike, is me trying to sign off, and Seb and Kelly not shutting up until the point where I have to mute them to sign off. So that's normally the signing off. So.
Well, you have the controls here. You can do it again.
No. We're Not Another Arsenal Podcast. I mean, it's like 4-something a.m. in UK, and there's a lot of Americans in a lot of chat. But yeah, we like to have fun over there. We do eventually talk about taxes and whatnot. That is normally Sir Kelly and Chris that handles all the tactics, while Sebi and I are the clowns of the podcast. But we don't take ourselves too serious. We're very lighthearted. And yeah, if you're awake at this godly hour, check us out. It's Not Another Arsenal Podcast, aka this season, the Abu Dhabi of Arsenal Podcast.
Now, is that message going out to everybody or just the additional 34 people over what you normally have watching that are watching right now?
The additional 34, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure. Dean and BX are the type of guys. I'm sure they've subscribed like 4 times.
Well, they're
sure.
Yeah, they're probably, and Fredo has 94 computers, so he's got half of them going right now, and it's fantastic. So I've truly enjoyed this. Thank you so much, guys. Please watch Not Another Arsenal Podcast. Subscribe, like it. It is really, really good. If you can't make it live, watch it when it's not live, and then you'll find yourself up in the middle of the night watching it constantly. So that is it for now. We are going to be ending segment 1. We are now in hour 10. Go to, what is it? What did I say it was? www.podpart2.com. We're going to start off with a video retrospective of what Baltimore was like. You'll see a lot of Sebi in there.
Yeah.
You'll see a lot of drunk Rick Hicks, which is going to be fun to watch. I made this compilation last night when I was falling asleep. So if it doesn't make any sense, so be it. But and then after that, what do we have after that? When we come back live, we will have Max Ware from our
Oh yeah, love Max.
Max from our squad coming to us live from Australia. We're gonna have Gab Millard coming to us also from Australia, although he's English. Mikey will be back with us, and then Fergus joins in, and it's just gonna be, we're gonna take off from there. So we'll see you guys on the flip side. www.podpart2.com, goonersvcancer.com, and what do I do to get this thing off?
It's the bright orange.
A few drinks
button up there.
Use your right side penis and just bash it against the keyboard until it goes away.
I'm taking my 8th penis out of 9, and I'm gonna do the intro as our outro again, and when it's done, we'll be on.
Once upon a time, way back when there were only 9,000 Arsenal podcasts, 5 young men from various backgrounds, an Irish kid with a horrible haircut, a young Jewish nerd who hadn't discovered food yet, a child from Hemel Hempstead who didn't want to be English no more, a handsome advertising magnate with impeccable judgment, and a young Mexican AC Milan fan hatched a plan to take over the world of Arsenal podcasts. But then these boys became men. Jared, Mikey, Eoin, Magic, and Andy. And the rest, my friends, is history. And now, all these years later, you tune in every so often to hear their incredible takes, their football knowledge, and their sensual advice. But now, it's gone too far. You, our fans, are at long last witness to season
7.
Welcome to the Gooners Pod.